Welcome to Gita Verse Hub. This is not a space for belief or persuasion. It is a space for inquiry. The Bhagavad Gita is widely known for its answers. Yet, it is important to notice how it begins. It does not begin with Krishna's instruction. It does not begin with Arjuna's dilemma. It begins with a question. A question shaped by attachment, partiality, and the awareness that consequences are already unfolding. Today, we examine that opening question. The Mahabharata is already unfolding as the Bhagavad Gita begins. In Hastinapur, a blind king, Dhritarashtra rules a powerful kingdom. By lineage and duty, the throne belongs to the Pandavas, the sons of his younger brother Pandu. Yet, Dhritarashtra's loyalty lies with his own sons, the Kauravas, led by Duryodhana. This unresolved tension between responsibility and attachment shapes every decision. Injustice accumulates through deceit, exile, and humiliation. Despite possessing authority, the king remains silent. A final attempt at peace is made. Krishna asks only for 5 villages. The request is refused. Both armies now assemble at Kurukshetra, Dharma-kshetra, the field of righteousness. Unable to see the battlefield, Dhritarashtra runs to his charioteer, Sanjaya, and asks his question. Dhritarashtra was Dharma-kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveda Yutsava Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva Kim Kurvata Sanjaya. According to E.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, this verse is not a neutral inquiry. Dhritarashtra already knows that both armies are assembled for war. His concern arises from where the battle takes place and who stands on the side of righteousness. As Swami Prabhupada writes in his purport to this verse, Dhritarashtra was afraid that the influence of the holy place might affect the outcome of the battle. He was quite aware that the sons of Pandu were by nature righteous, because they were trained by the Lord himself. Kurukshetra is not an ordinary battlefield. It is described in the Vedas as a sacred land, a Dharma-kshetra. Dhritarashtra fears that the sanctity of this place, combined with the presence of Lord Krishna on the side of the Pandavas, may determine the outcome in favor of righteousness, rather than power or numbers. Prabhupada further emphasizes the word Mamaka, my sons. Though the Pandavas are also his relatives, Dhritarashtra distinguishes them from his own sons, revealing attachment and partiality. From Prabhupada's perspective, this opening verse establishes a fundamental principle of the Gita. Victory follows Krishna and Dharma, not strategy, strength, and possession. While Prabhupada presents a clear Vaishnava understanding, other thinkers illuminate the same verse from different philosophical angles. Adi Shankaracharya emphasizes Dharma-kshetra as the domain where moral law operates. Dhritarashtra's unease reflects an implicit recognition that ego and force lose authority when action enters the realm of dharma. Ramanujacharya highlights the possessive phrase, my sons. Before any action occurs, judgment is already shaped by attachment. The division begins internally, before it manifests externally. Mahatma Gandhi interprets Dhritarashtra's blindness as moral blindness. The verse reveals ethical paralysis, knowing what is right, yet lacking the courage to act. Kurukshetra becomes the moral battlefield of everyday life. Philosophically, this verse is not about war alone, it is about delayed responsibility. Modern Kurukshetras appear quietly in institutions where authority observes wrongdoing but postpones action. In organizations where performance replaces principle. In personal lives where clarity exists but courage doesn't. Like with Dhritarashtra, people often recognize what is right, yet hope circumstances will resolve themselves. The opening verse highlights a structured truth. Ethical failure is rarely sudden. It is cumulative. The question is not whether one knows what is right, but whether one acts before choice becomes consequence. The Bhagavad Gita does not begin by offering instruction. It begins by diagnosing the human condition. It reveals what happens when attachment overrides responsibility and when inquiry replaces action. Only after this diagnosis does wisdom becomes meaningful. That is why the Gita begins not with Krishna's teaching, but with Dhritarashtra's question. Thank you for listening to Gita Verse Hub. In the next episode, bring closer to the battlefield and examine what follows when hesitation finally makes action.